Hello, my friends. I'm Andrea, astrologer, and welcome to this update for the first week of April. We have April already, and yes, the tariff season comes. We know that there was a lot of turmoil in the markets even before. So what can we expect now, beginning of the month, when we have a rollout date of April 2nd? Stay tuned with me to see that, and I hope it will be interesting for you. At the end of the video, I will describe more details on the day of the 2nd of April. Thank you. Like usual, I would like to start with the global astrology at first to outline the main influences that we have at a day level especially, and then I would like to go together with the members, my subscribers on Patreon and Telegram for more details on Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoin, and the gold and silver index XAU. So let's start. We do have an interesting beginning of April that I would outline in more detail at the end of this. But I would say that the first level of direction at day level that we get from the global astrology will happen actually on Thursday. And Thursday is April the 3rd. April 3rd is an important day with a very, let's say, explosive energy for Bitcoin and for crypto, because we do have a Venus-Rahu conjunction. And this really shapes the day, but it will be a volatile day. I want to warn you about that. Still, the global astrology would give this enhancement of Venus-related matters, but also an exaggeration and also great expectations, inflated growth that is not backed by a solid foundation. And this is an aspect that repeats again, so we saw it before, and it is also immediately after the solar eclipse that we had on the 29th of March. So this means that the eclipse energy and the flavor, the trigger of change is already inside it. And we will experience a bit of delay, I would say, in the first part of the week. And this will be a sort of local peak or a culmination that we might see for the week itself. But we will have also other influences that are worthwhile to pay attention to. Staying in the bullish arena, but with a super high volatility, we have on the 4th of April another influence. Actually, there are two influences on the same day which are exact. Both are sextiles, so positive aspects with Uranus. We have a Saturn and a Mars sextile Uranus. Now, while Saturn is about steadiness, regulation, law enforcement, some checking, analyzing about something, Mars is about the fuel of the price action. And this means that we have both very volatile. So I would say that there are possibly some changes, law updates. So it's about some regulation that comes, and this will trigger volatility in the markets. And these are very powerful aspects, will dominate the whole week. Therefore, I'm saying that the week itself is quite volatile in nature. So now let's see what happens on the weekend. This weekend, we do have interesting astrology that is quite powerful, I would say, and some of them are longer term influences that would be felt for sure and giving the tone for the next week. And again, this is the part of the global astrology inside it. So therefore, as a reminder, you know that in general, during the weekend, we do not have transaction volume. So regardless of the beauty of this astrology, it could be that we see it manifested only on Monday, or even on Friday we can get a glimpse, because here on Saturday we have a Mars trine Saturn aspect, which is about a steady growth, I would say, step by step of the fuel of the price action, which is Mars. So we can also see an increase in volume, but this will not happen immediately due to the fact that we have this slowness about Saturn. Saturn is in the sidereal zodiac between Aquarius and Pisces, basically still. So it entered Pisces on the 28th of March, but it is also to be noted the fact that it has the energy of both signs for the moment. So it will take a while until we'll get fully into Pisces. So this means that we will have expansion. It's a bullish day overall for the global astrology. Of course, it matters what we have in the Bitcoin horoscope as well. Then we can say that Sunday is also not less, because we have another longer term aspect, which is a Sun-Jupiter sextile. And this is a very good news, because Sun is about government, it's about people in position of power, and Jupiter is about benevolence, joy, expansion, and optimism. So this means that some good news are delivered possibly at the beginning of the next week, and we can really look forward towards increase in this regard. And we get a clue also that yes, it is about Venus, it is about cryptocurrencies, because on the same day we do have a Venus trine Mars, which means that Venus is really in a process of revival with the fuel of the price action, which is Mars. And yes, it will be volatile, but we can really expect more volume. This talks also about more volume possibly for crypto for the next week or 2 weeks at least. This is what we can see for now. So expect some action, some movement in this regard, but be patient about Saturn and the other influence. The big transit that we had was about Neptune changing signs in the tropical zodiac. Basically, it transitioned from Pisces to Aries. And this is even a more slower planet. It's an outer planet. So we need to have our patience with Saturn and Neptune. I know that everybody wants more action, but it will come. But at first we need still to wait for these planets to get some speed, which will for sure happen towards the mid of the month. So now I would like to go into the day of the tariffs, the 2nd of April. No, it is about the mood of people, isn't it? Because we get so much sentiment around this topic in the markets, and it was turmoil, and maybe it will be turmoil. So let's see what is on the day. Again, I will go into the global astrology. For the ones who want to know more what happens on Bitcoin level, you can join Patreon. It is quite affordable. You have all these forecasts 1 month in advance, including detailed videos, and of course there are some interesting yearly reports that you can get for BTC, Ethereum, Solana, but also recently we released XRP, also ADA, and of course Dogecoin. So you can benefit from nice discounts, 10% for the silver tier and 20% for the gold and platinum tier if you join Bitcoin. For any product, the single exception is the BTC hour by hour. But now that being said, on the 2nd of April, believe me or not, but the astrology looks bullish. I do not know how much will be manifested due to the fact that we have Saturn activated in the Bitcoin chart. Yes, this is a mystery that I will reveal for now. And Saturn is that planet that you remember changed sign, and it doesn't have much of the energy of Pisces, and it's in a confused state, still in Aquarius, half of it. I talk about the sidereal zodiac. So this means that this can unfold a bit later, and I think the next day for sure something will happen. We do not have a global astrological aspect at day level on the 2nd of April UTC time zone, so all my calendars are in the UTC time zone. Just a reminder, on the day we do have still the moon in high focus, and we know that currently a moon is very strongly activated in the Bitcoin chart. Therefore, we do have these changes in price action that are very, let's say, transient in nature. They are not durable. They will happen and then it will change again and again. And it's like a moon waxing and waning. So it's increasing and decreasing like crazy in still to be determined cycles. I think to a certain degree they do work. So we do have a moon conjunct Jupiter. This is the most important aspect of the day, and it is very important because it shows some kind of optimism, and it happens at the end of the day though. And the moon is about the masses sentiment. So we see the whole day is fueled with this energy of the moon, which is at global level the ruling influence for the day. Then other major aspects are with Pluto, which is trine, also positive, and this is about regulation. It's about big money, ETFs. So something about that could really be revealed and come to the surface as a good news somehow. Or we see, for example, that whales really are ready or already did some steps in regards of price increase, so to speak. And we do have also a moon sextile sun, which is about moon, the masses, sun, about the ruling class. It's about the king, so to speak. So it's about some regulation that would be benevolent towards people in some way. So this is also what is shown. So we know that there was a lot of change in opinion here. It could still be changed in the next weeks. Be aware of that, because we still have volatility actually, and this is still a good trigger, I would say, for short-term growth at least, and it needs to be really put into the whole picture, because it is an opportunity to make money short term. Thank you so much for your attention, for your time, for liking and subscribing. It helps the channel. I appreciate this, and until next time, be joyful. See you. My dear Patreon and Telegram members, welcome to this weekly update for April 1st, April 6th. And it is a very important week, as you know. First of all, I would like to recap the fact that the energy of the weekend, especially now for this week, will be very important. And I refer to the previous weekend, actually the 29th, 30th and 31st of March. As you might recall, it is Monday, but it doesn't have a major day level aspect. So it will be a continuation of the energy of the weekend. And because of the powerful energy of the eclipse, this is important to be taken into account. And we are now on the 1st of April. And of course, you asked me about the 2nd of April. As promised, I will treat this in a lot of detail, and I will give you more information information about this as promised. You know a part of it that is about the global astrology, but we look at its whole picture with Bitcoin influences that you can really have a look at right now, and it will be a detailed outlook. So this means that it is a week of change, but I proceed with caution because we might get delays. Again, delays, we don't like them, but the thing is that Saturn and Neptune, which are slow-moving planets, both of them barely changed the signs. Neptune in the tropical zodiac, you might be aware also from other astrologers you follow, but it's also Saturn in the sidereal zodiac, and this is also a very important change, because it shows a change of energy in the next year, and especially in the next 6 months, due to the fact that we had this Saturn transit one day before the solar eclipse. So it's very linked to the energy of Saturn and Neptune as well, March 30th. So be sure to look at my videos on this. I will link them at the end of it. You have them all already, so if you missed it, then have a look. So now I would like to go into Bitcoin and to go into Ethereum and altcoins afterwards with XAU as well. So let's start. As always, I share the screen with you. This is the BTC calendar for April. So we start a fresh month, and look please at the end of this entry for Patreon and in Telegram. I also sent the financial calendar cheat sheet so that you have a reference that is quick and you can check it. And here I will go into detail, but I cannot really explain each and every symbol, so please have a look. Now on the 1st and 2nd of April, as you see, we have gray days, which means that we don't have a clear direction at day level from the Bitcoin horoscope perspective, and we do have enhanced volatility on the 1st because we have this fire in the markets, and we have a Bitcoin fire which is green, which means that we can have pumps, dumps as we are used to during the day, and it will be an unstable day in terms of energy. And the second is quite quiet. We do not see much in terms of global astrology. It will be, but at hourly level, and also for Bitcoin, only hourly level influences. And I will go into that at the end of exposing this week, because I think it is important to have the big picture and then to go into the details of the day. And on the 3rd, we do have the energy that is quite negative, as you see, despite of the bright sun in the sky. And this is the Venus-Rahu conjunction that I mentioned also in the introduction. It is really a aspect fueling the growth of cryptocurrencies, but it will not be very solid, and it is, I think it will be a sort of disappointment to see really the whole picture, because we do have this change of Neptune and Saturn, as I mentioned, in terms of their signs, so new ingresses, that would be new energy with the eclipse. So Neptune is about dreaming, okay, I have high expectations. And Saturn is about the reality check. Oh, yes, this would be possible, but first and foremost, we need to really cross this obstacle. So it could be that something is sold that is a bit too early, too good to be true. It's not really confirmed. Some positive thing will pop up, and we believe, oh, everything is great. And on the 3rd, it will be also a reality check. It will be the latest on the 4th that it will happen. And you know that on the 4th we do have also from the global astrology good news, but we do have here at Bitcoin level 3 red moon crescents, as you can see. So it will be a dump. We will most likely have volume, especially in the first part of the day UTC. On the 4th, because this is the scenario, if you see the pattern on Friday, usually in the second part of the day, and it's towards the finishing of the US live trading session, usually it's not much move, at least the volume would decrease. And we have this, let's say, high hopes, and then we will have a bump, so to speak, in the road for the end of the week, unfortunately. So I can describe this as a local peak. We see how far it goes. So far, we don't have much. It's also because of this Saturn and Neptune, and I do think that this energy will manifest here. Maybe this would be the time to really see a bigger move. And on the 5th, we do have also positive energy in the weekend, volatile. As you see, the weather is good. The day level is neutral, but we do have here positive hourly level aspects which are coordinated with the market. So it's green Bitcoin fire with green volatility in the markets. So we will have a local spike on the day, but it will not be sustainable. And on the 6th, which is Sunday, we do have rather negative energy, but the sun is bright in the sky. So this means when we have this combination that Bitcoin is not so good, at least during the day and even at day level, but we have a good weather in the sky. This means that we can have less dumps. It will be more sideways in a certain corridor that you can see with the help of TA. So this is what we see. Again, this energy could be really shifted to the next day, and it could smoothen the influence on the 7th, but we will talk about this more in the next update. And now, how I promised, I want to go into details about the day, which is the 2nd of April, the implementation of tariffs. Now, this is the BTC hour by hour. Some of you purchased it, so they saw it, but for others, maybe it's a new artifact that I would like to present you in detail this day of the 2nd of April. And we do have here these aspects that are at hourly level, and they are really green when it's a price increase, otherwise it will be red. And we do have here only positive aspects. Of course, it's no market that would go straight up, you know, but the major aspects of the hours are really positive in general. And I mentioned the global astrology, which are the ones which are in the white background that are quite positive, and we have also Bitcoin, which is in this light yellow background that shows you also positive aspects, and in the end of the day, so to speak, we do have a very powerful Moon Jupiter conjunction. I refer to April the 2nd UTC time zone. Now the Venus conjunct Rahu would take place on the next day in terms of UTC. Now, I would like to mention the fact that, as you know, the tariffs are quite with an international dimension. And I would say that this means that we will have some international sentiment around it, because this Rahu is about foreign. And it is quite unsure. Again, things are not stable. So whatever happens, I would say an increase happens and then a decrease will follow. It is a short-term increase again. This is how I see it, due to the fact that we do have negative energy upcoming in general, but it will not be something very serious, I would say, for these days, hopefully, because we do have also the energy of the eclipse, which in general is positive, and it takes place with Rahu, the North Node. So there is some hope, but also some impression that, we have been cheated again, sort of, because Neptune would bring this in a tandem with Saturn here as a conflicting view, so to speak. Saturn is the reality, Neptune is the dream, actually. So literally, this is the case. And Rahu is also this inflated expectation, too good to be true, let's go for it, but without a solid foundation. And we have this Venus-Rahu conjunction concerning cryptocurrencies, as you are aware. So this is what we have for the day. And the beginning of April 3rd will be quite positive, I would say, and at day level it's positive, but we have negative energy upcoming. So therefore, please be very diligent and attentive these days. If you want to trade short term, you might make some nice gains, but it will be again short term. So this is what I wanted to share for Bitcoin. So let's go into Ethereum. Ethereum for the week. At a glance, we do not have any big aspect. As you see, they are normal font and they are at day level. And we do have on the 1st of April a problematic red high intensity on the day. So it could be that we get a dump on Tuesday on the 1st of April. Maybe something is not really okay with the anticipation of the tariffs, or something could have a, let's say, stronger influence downwards on Ethereum, which I see actually quite synchronized with BTC this week if you compare them, and it will be really in the first part of the week that I would say it's more negative, or it would be a slowdown. And we see a bit in contrast with BTC on Friday. We do have green energy, and this would mean, I would say, yes, I think it will dump, because we see what happens nowadays when BTC dumps, everything dumps, but it will have a possibly faster recovery. And the weekend is quite similar to what we get on BTC, but we do have instead of red moon crescent, bright moon crescent. So it could be the case that temporarily we will have recoveries during the day at hourly level. These are the most powerful aspects of the moon that are in the influence of Ethereum. So I would say similar, and the end of the week could be a bit better in terms of recovery than for Bitcoin, and we do have the beginning a bit bumpy. Something regarding tariffs, you saw that, but I think it will be a recovery here. But again, the 3rd is actually the critical day, the 3rd of April UTC time zone. Now I would like to talk a bit about blue chips. For blue chips, I would say Solana and Doge could move. They have also big important aspects at the beginning of April, and about Doge there is a lot of speculation. I would like to raise attention, as always, on XRP, because we have all sorts of news there, and it is neutral actually at day level. So we don't have much, but with XRP you know how it is. So it's still to be shown, so to speak, and we need to take into account stellar lumens for the end of the week, rather, I would say, and this is really similar to XRP in many regards. So we can really have a look at them as well, so put them on the watch list. XAU, the gold and silver index, as you can see here, we do have a pretty neutral week with a positive influence on the 1st, and then all days are pretty neutral until and including Friday. We do have on Saturday some negative energy, and on Sunday as well, with the red moon crescents. So I would say that we will see at the beginning of the next week rather more action. That would be really negative in the beginning of the week. We know that gold is at all-time high, so it will be maybe a moderate week that it would trade really sideways, and I wouldn't expect big moves, but they can really come short term, because each hour methods. You know, if people don't go into crypto now, they could go here, and temporarily we might have some movements on the days that are neutral. So I refer to the 3rd and the 2nd, the 3rd and the 4th, this being also in connection with tariffs. So short-term movements that are significant and volatile are also possible here. Just take that into account. I don't have this degree of detail for XAU. It's enough work for Bitcoin. It's the single one that I have really for all details. And I would like now to tell you that it is still a good period, I would say, because we do have positive aspects, but yes, they are volatile. And the ones that happen on the 4th, actually, with Saturn and Mars that I mentioned in the beginning, both in positive aspect with Uranus, this would mean that we can have for the next 10 days at least high volatility, and when we see also a lot of green, we might have good opportunities to make money. I know that the patience is at the end. For many people it is very difficult time for the markets, so it's important to profit from any occasion that you get, and also take the profits, because it is usually for the short term. So this is what I wanted to share for now, for the beginning of April, and I wish you a relaxing weekend, a successful week ahead, and see you in the next update. Thank you.